Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video we're going to be having a look at a new launch pad. Now launch pads are the hottest topic at the moment, and rightly so. It's very difficult to find good value in the market in a bull cycle when some of these projects have already made 58,000% gains, 200,000% gains. It's very challenging, right? And that's where launch pads come into their own, right? Because, you know, if there's a solid project on one of these launch pads and you can get into it super early, then, you know, that can be very lucrative. So if you like this sort of content, mash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap that bell, selecting all notifications so you never miss a video. And with all that said, we'll get straight down to the desktop and get straight into this one. Before we do though, I do want to just say this is not paid content. You know, we just really like the team behind this project. So let's get down to the desktop. So here it is, 𝗕𝗓 and Singularity DAO, I should actually say. And, you know, we've covered Singularity DAO, Singularity Net many times on the channel. I mean, Nick and myself have been, you know, invested in Singularity Net since, you know, well, over a year ago, before we even started this channel, right? And we were talking about it from day dot. So, you know, it's clear that Nick and myself really like the project, the fundamentals that are sat behind it, the team, and all of that wonderful stuff, right? So that's Singularity Net, that's Singularity DAO, and also NewNet, which Nick and myself have managed to get involved with on the private sale, right? So now, as part of all of this, Singularity DAO are launching NewNet on their launchpad, right? So new launchpad, so launchpad, NewNet, ready for launch. And this is really exciting, right? And we'll sort of dig into this article here. So today, Singularity DAO are thrilled to announce the impending launch of NewNet from our very own Singularity DAO launchpad. So two fantastic pieces of news here. So obviously we got the launch of NewNet, but also the launch of the Singularity DAO launchpad. So fantastic, two fantastic pieces of news in my opinion. So just 5 months ago, you may have taken part in the token generation event as they spun off. And when I say they, Singularity DAO spun off from Singularity Net. Since then, they have brought you staking and liquidity farming that have been so successful to, you know, it's an understatement, overwhelmingly successful, they've detailed here. And yeah, it has, it's been fantastic to be part of that. And the gains just staking, you know, I'm big on staking, have been really, really good. So it's finally time to unveil our launch pad, as well as launching into being our newest family member from the Singularity ecosystem, NewNet. So fantastic pieces of news. So since we first unveiled our plans for a launchpad, many of you have, you know, asked why it's such a priority, asked how it fits into the Singularity DAO's model and what makes it so important. So from day one, that obviously 𝗕𝗓 have planned to launch the launchpad. This can be referenced in their white paper roadmap. And after our own launch, as in 𝗕𝗓's, it became even more clear that we would need to set up a timeline for this feature for the benefit of the whole Singularity Net ecosystem. It's not just the ecosystem that benefits, however. The launchpad will help Singularity DAO in a number of ways, and they've listed these here. So a central hub for all future ecosystem launches. So our launchpad will host all up and coming Singularity Net ecosystem token generation events. So that's fantastic. Additional utility for the Singularity token. The launchpad will bring a new layer of utility to the 𝗕𝗓 token. Holders or holding or staking 𝗕𝗓 will allow users to take part in the launch events. Deep funding projects launchpad. So after gaining access to deep funding, some of the selected projects will require tokenization. Singularity DAO, together with Singularity Net, will share the experience and expertise of our amazing teams to help them in this process, and users will have access to all of the launch events. So that's fantastic. enabling the community to access the best projects. So we are committed to finding ways to give everyone a fair and equal access to all the projects that we launch. Expect to hear much more on their plans very soon. Bring in new users. Having a launch pad with frequently new launches will generate or guarantee consistent growth for our user base and community. So completely agree with that. I think this is definitely going to harbour growth for the ecosystem. Only high quality projects. So alongside our launchpad, Singularity DAO makes dynasets and AI driven tools for DeFi. This allows us to be far more selective about the quality of the projects we launch and enforce better terms of aggregation for our community. So yeah, fantastic. Fast track to inclusion in dynasets. So launching from our platform will increase the chances of inclusion in a dynaset, but this is not guaranteed. This helps us become the first choice of Launchpad amongst the best up and coming projects. So that's great. With all the things Singularity, our Launchpad will be chain agnostic. In testing, it is already working on multiple chains, although of course initially we will more likely only be launching ERC20 based tokens. Additional revenue streams that goes directly back into the project and the ecosystem. Having a popular launchpad will of course increase revenue to the platform. We are committed to making this offering improve Singularity DAO and also making sure our launchpad provides reasonable allocations to our community. So that's, you know, it's great, right? And I think this gives you sort of a really good understanding of what to expect, right? Now I will link this article in the description of the video for you guys to take a deeper look at, right? And you know, one of the other things that I talk about quite a lot when it comes to like launch pads is, you know, making sure that the launch pad that you use does sort of have an audit process of the projects that they're launching. And I can confirm that Singularity DAO obviously work with a third party to sort of go through the code and make sure that, you know, it's all legit and you know, it passes all of the tests and requirements, right? So for me, this is really important. Obviously, I mentioned at the start of the video that it's important that we get into quality and solid projects, right? That means good tech, good team, all that wonderful stuff, right? And a fantastic use case. If you don't have that, then obviously it's a little bit more risky. So for me, it's fantastic that 𝗕𝗓 and Singularity DAO, should I say, do all of this stuff in the background to make sure that the projects that they launch are of the highest quality, right? So those audits are really important. With all that said, the rest of this article kind of sort of dips its toe into how you sort of partake in the 𝗬𝗓 launch, which is fantastic. And Nick and myself are invested in 𝗬𝗓. We got in on the private sale, but this sort of goes into all the details here, right? And you know, the previous video that we did, lots of people had concerns. Obviously they couldn't get involved because of the legalities where they live. That's not really down to the project. That's really down to the lawmakers that are keeping you safe, you know, where you live, right? So you know, there will be other opportunities to get in. Obviously there is KYC requirements to get involved, and there is vesting. So do read the article. I think it's definitely worth a read. Do check out the video that we did yesterday on 𝗬𝗓, where I sort of cover the details of the project. I broke it all down for you so you can sort of go at your leisure. I will link the video in the description as well, where I sort of break down the tokenomics and all that sort of stuff. It is probably worth having a watch of that and check and see if this is a project that you would like to invest in. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. This should be treated as educational purposes only. Do let me know what you think of the Launchpad. Really interested to get your views and opinions in the comments below. For me, it's not a surprise that it's a hot topic. You know, when the market is, you know, in a bull cycle, it's very difficult to find value, and these do offer you value because you're getting in so early, so you're getting in a good price as long as the projects are solid. And that's why I like 𝗕𝗓, right? We know the team, we're comfortable with the team, We think they're a strong team, and you only have to have a look at LinkedIn and go through the team to understand how strong the team is for Singularity Net, Singularity DAO, NewNet. They're award-winning individuals, right? And the tech's just amazing that's sat behind these projects. So for me, solid projects, but obviously don't take my word for it. Do your own research, really important. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, mash that like button. It supports the channel immensely, and we really do appreciate it. Comment below, obviously let us know what your thoughts and opinions are on the 𝗕𝗪 Launchpad. I'm really excited about it. I know Nick is too. And if you not subscribed, subscribe, tap that bell, selecting all notifications so you never miss a video. With all that said, take care, and I will catch you in the next one.